You know, one of the first things we see on Raising Canaan is them eating together. One of the first memories I can remember of them. You know, all eating together. And even Fang was there. One big happy family. And in this season now, they ain't eating together. In fact, they ain't ate together in a while. And it's somebody else threatening the peace of the Thomas family at the table. But it's at the table of life and carrying episodes, ain't it? Been getting mad real. And there's been a unique breeze blowing through the whole little series. I'm still in a group of people believing that unique is breeze. I don't believe it's a coincidence that when he died and crawled away from the rubbles that the wind was blowing extra hella hard. When he confronted Rock, the door was open and the breeze was blowing so nice, so cool, but not cool enough to cool down the current heat and climate in South Jamaica, Queens, and Queens in general. Not in this damn universe. Nope. Cause that unique breeze been taking a toll on each and every individual that he thinks was involved. Nah, he got it all wrong. But may the first person drop a great comment in the comments telling me as to why you would believe after a major head injury given to you by your own brother, be so kind as to write me in the comments of why wouldn't you believe everything has went the way that it has went in your crooked ass brain. Especially when coming to the first bit of advice that you do give will lead you to believe that. And at the very beginning of this season, that doctor said he's coming back and he may not be the same character, the same person that he was. He didn't say character. But he did say he will not be the same said person that he was, didn't he? And he woke up crashing out. And feeling good about it. Well, for you, I think of and everything that we know about Unique and Breeze, I just, for the life of me, can't see them introducing nobody else, and then us growing to know this person is Breeze, and I could be all wrong. Said it in a previous video. Said it again. But chances are, Hell no, I ain't wrong. And another thing, he beefed with Rock before. Throughout first season, second season, kind of lost out third season. So why in the wide world of power can't he just get the wrong information and just run with it? Because people do that in real life all the time. They just get that and be like, oh no, this how it went. That's what he did. And then when he got him enough time to play it cool, he restaurant, and came on back around and decided to tell Raquel about her motherfucking bitch ass self. Cause see, what we all tend to forget when we watching these shows is we are watching the show from the outside and we are not the characters. So we see more of the moving parts of what's going on than the actual characters. The last time he was up and moving, Ronnie was mad about the fact that nothing was up and moving. All he know for sure and for a fact is that Ronnie wanted him out the way and then going back his direction. And he also knew and could figure out that Kanan and Ronnie was working together. So that part is true and set in stone and is a fact. And him seeing them all leave together, smiling hand in hand, got him to the crazy ass assumption that he's in right now, eating that butter pecan ice cream in her kitchen. He back in that motherfucker like a baby daddy that just found out he about to win that custody court, baby. He getting a baby. He said he taking everything back that's his. And now they back at the table. What's left at of the table? And it ain't all good. No, it ain't all good at all. It's all tore up. Lou ain't there. Fame, of course, is not there. This Fame is dead. And later on in this actual episode, the smart guy Kanan, even though he's my favorite character, he's not at always the sharpest. But like I said, we got to remember we're watching all of the moving parts from the outside. So you can't see everything and every detail if you were an actual character. You're going to make the assumptions that you can make from what you can see and what you can gather. And that's what Kanan has done. And as Rock said, a lot of times that has put her in a bind and elevated the level of difficulty of what it's going to take to get everything back on track. The little stunning pull with him and D Wiz killing Buck 20. You had to get D Wiz dropped instead of him. Streets need a body. Juke need a body. Because if there's anybody itching for a killing, it's Jukebox. What she say? All I care about is getting no put down fame. And it was Jukebox who planted this wicked ass seed in Canahead. Whoever did that was from the streets. And they paid them, and they were paid. Greater assumption. And if I was in it, and this was my A spot number one, I'd be standing on that as well. Cause why in the fuck wouldn't I? He want to rebuild the business for him and his cousin, take over, dethrone his mom's. Feeling like he can do it better. And to some degree, I guess he did. He got it somewhere, and I'd love to see and like to see more of him and Breeze running it. And I guess the Origin's gonna do that, but it's not. It's more focused on Tommy and Ghost than it is Kane. I'm saying that to say this, man. Coming to this point, it saddens me to know that my favorite show is about to be over with. But anywho, such is life, man. All we can do is keep on going, man. But I have enjoyed the roller coaster ride. I have enjoyed the coming of Origins. I have enjoyed the end of Ghost. I hope they don't bring this motherfucker back. Who knows? And then you got the Italian motherfuckers who mucking up the whole situation. Because only a reason why these people want to back Unique in Jersey. It's because they got Buddy O whacked out in Jersey by Uncle Marv. That's the only reason. Because it's said over and over and over. And as I know, because I love mafia movies, they set up how they are organized and all this, all said things. Hate the racism, but you know, it is what it is. I admire their structure, but they got rules in place and they just can't go and do this and that. It's a lot of plays that got to be made, a lot of chess moves that got to be made with these guys. And they playing this thing down to the wire, letting the small guys, what do you call it, a proxy war? Could be wrong. And if I am wrong, I'm still right. Because you still here, and if you're here right now, man, hey, don't hesitate to hit that like button and subscribe to catch my next video, why don't you? And this situation here with Snaps and Pop, Snap, Crackle, and Pop, I think this was one of Rock's biggest moves. She put them in the know that Unique was coming, and they gave them the opportunity to try to figure out something in advance for when he does pop up. Because if he got hostile, maybe it could have worked in their favor, and then they wanted to get him removed. Because we all seen how hot-headed he is. And I'm reckoning and thinking that those people that they had in there, they ain't gonna be as standoffish as the ones that was in there in Jersey. There were people in Jersey knew they had him surrounded, and they let him do a lot more moving. That black on black crime would have got seriously activated if he'd have brought his ass in there with snaps and pops like that, man. And he's not afraid of the confrontation of what could have happened at all. Not what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I said. This here wasn't no good move for Rock at all. I just believe it's gonna backfire, man. Cause they're gonna use this in some kind of way to turn that key a little bit more Kanan back to get away from her. And guess who wants the whole thing for itself? That's right, mama's baby. Mama's pride and joy. But if Rock is not the culprit in the dream, if Rock is not the culprit in the plan that this nigga done seen when he seen her passing that money to those cops, because it wasn't no dream. He seen that. If Rock is the culprit in getting fame whacked, and even if she not, if this nigga thinks that that's the case, he just using that as fuel to go ahead and just remove his mom off the board, man. It shouldn't take a rocket scientist at all. Even though his mama right, she the only reason he alive. From the D-Wiz play to the keeping his father's true identity under wraps, to going to go get that $500,000 in a night. And to have that man tell him, the guy in the middle, your mama really loves you, man. I wouldn't have gave a hard, stone cold C note nigga for mine. But hey, man, that's all real life right there. Because kids don't listen like that when it comes to shit like that. They don't see it until later. Like Kanan said, a lot of things happen you think didn't mean nothing. Motherfucker giving you all of the good game right in your face, kicking it to you in your ear. The real funky truth. And you cannot get it and see it because guess what? You ain't seeing all the moving pieces at the time. Speaking of which, get my man early. This guy. Everybody with a little bit of brain knew that this nigga was gonna be a bad motherfucking choice. And when Stefano went in here and told Marvin about his people getting fished out that lake, at first it didn't dawn on me. Then it dawned on me. Oh, because didn't Marvin tell him, do what the fuck you gotta do? Ain't that what he said? Well, it's looking like that didn't came to pass. But Yo, man, imagine that, man. Imagine all of the twists and the turns and how it's going down and how it's going to be. And our predictions and, thoughts, and they all welcome. That don't mean I'm going to change what I think until I see it on that big screen. You understand? I ain't going to change what I think until I see it. I need more proof. Because I done seen theories about Jukebox being the killer of Fame, and that don't even make sense. I'm starting not to believe that it's not Marvin now. Or possibly even not Rock. Because I don't think Kane ain't going to forgive his mama for putting his granny down. It damn sure ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna help nobody. It ain't gonna help Lou's mental. It ain't gonna help Marvin's mental or trust with her. None of that. Or with you. Because they're gonna all be feeling like she did that without everybody's consent. And Rock did that. Because like she said, she makes all of the decisions that need to be made that other motherfuckers don't. I ain't saying she right, wrong, in between. That's what she said, and that's what she has done throughout the whole series. And she has been consistent with that very, very, very straightforward, get to the solution of the problem type of action that she takes. But you know who don't really be thinking about all that? You know who don't make the smartest moves? Uncle Marvin. Uncle Marvin is like most of us. We do shit. So we want to count it as it getting the shit done. But the way we got it done was sloppy. A lot of times inappropriate. A lot of times it's fueled off of straight emotion. But, since he ain't gonna have to look far for Marvin, Marvin suggested to Rock that they go ahead and make a play on him. That might have went over your head. I said a lot of things. But now it should make more sense to you is why Marvin would want to go ahead and make a play on him. Because Marvin know that some of these mistakes and things that he's done is about to come back and spin around on him. I see how nervous he was when he went in there to meet him. And he's sitting down at that table. And he noticed all them Italian characters in there. It was the scene where he told him that he wanted him to take Rock's place in the family. But everybody who know Marvin know one thing about Marvin. Marvin ain't never gonna give up on family. But Marvin might be cooked.
Like you doing all right to me. It's because your money's good, Marv. Between your take and the Italians' piece, my margin's getting squeezed like a fucking Florida orange. And that don't even take into account all the time I spend chasing down the money. This white motherfucker out in Howard Beach ended me for 10 large, talking to me about how he a made nigga, so he allowed to carry that debt.
My apologies. A friend of ours just got fished out of the East River this morning.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Guy's the son of a real big shot, who is sadly no longer with us. Capo di tutti, boss of bosses from out here in Howard Beach. And no idea at all who did it.